Oh, she had some drinks. Do you drink wine? Okay.
You're like, honey. Wait, she said,
have you met me?
First of all, do you know she's a Spartan? Number one.
Well, first of all, I know what this one can put away. She said, so I was like, I didn't want to
learn
offend.
how at Michigan State. Are you kidding?
I didn't want to offend. You're like, honey.
My boss last night asked me what my favorite drinking game was in college. And after like 15, he's like, all right, I got the point.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Okay, guess what? So here we go. We have, this is the day after the WNBA draft. Mm-hmm. So I just want to let people know at home that we record a day earlier because we are at the Business of Women's Sports event. We had a great guest. We'll get to the guest in just a second. But I just would like to say a few numbers.
Here we go. I already know where this is going. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Why are you jealous?
I'm not jealous.
No, but you are.
Oh.
You should really talk about it. 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
15, 18.
Oh, here we go.
6 seniors.
6 seniors.
All drafted.
UCLA. In the building. Yay.
History. I'm going to call it her story because it's
story.
It's her story. Yeah, it's her effing story.
Okay.
And we
are
did
you setting
that.
the stage for the 30 for 30
it's her
on UCLA.
Effing story. And we did that. Hey. Well, I would like to say, first off, congratulations to Coach Close.
No, in all seriousness.
That
was a remarkably
It was a remarkable showing. And and more importantly, I want to just go back to the genesis when we were at Final Four weekend. Even before that, when UCLA was playing Duke in the Elite Eight, and we had that fumble that first half, and we came back and beat Duke and then went on to do what we do. Right? We ended up playing at such a high level. People thought Texas would take us out. Texas didn't even show up. And I understand maybe nerves first time being there. But we had 6 seniors who had been battle tested for that matter. And then we had the drama with Gino, Ariema, and Don. And people were like, in the zeitgeist, I felt rooting for Don because of just how it appeared and what happened. But here we are in the championship game, and there was no question who the better team was. I mean, inside and out, we understood the assignment. We stayed locked in on such an incredible level. We won a championship. There were so many people who were like, who's that? Lauren Betts. You heard of Lauren Betts? Kiki Rice, who's that? Oh, Gabriela Jaquez. Like all of these names, and people were like, Charlize. Okay, who? And the reality is that Coach put together an incredible roster of players who really wanted it. And they all really do just enjoy playing with one another. So then we come to the draft. Fast forward, we all are at the draft. We hear maybe 4 could go. We're thinking 4.
I think 4 was the number people
projected.
Thought. Yeah.
And last night, number after number, call after call,
and then to go 4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6.
Crazy.
It was just like I can't stop it. Then it was 4, 5, 6, 9, I believe. Then it was, I think, 15, and then it was 18. And I'm like, and I may have my numbers off, but what I do know is that all of the seniors were drafted into the WNBA, and we made history because it had never been done before. And I just want to give it up to Coach Close because she sat here quietly, head down, did her job. No one really knew of her. She wasn't a part of one of these, I know that coach team. Now you know her. You know that she's a great person. She works hard. She believes in her players and she gives them everything. So I could talk for hours and hours about my coach.
Oh, I know if I let you, you would.
She's so.
I know that if I let you.
But you also had somebody, I think Michigan State.
What, stop it. Don't talk about my girl, Grace VanSlooten, going 39th.
Is her sister Courtney? Is that whose sister that is? I think she does have a sister.
Related to
I don't
the
know.
VanSloots?
We'll check. I think so. But congratulations. Michigan State also had a showing. You guys, she went 39. Go ahead.
I feel
No.
I feel the shade.
I love Detroit. Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel, and I'm so happy that we're setting this up because our guest today.
Wait, hold on. You're not going to give her no love?
No, I am.
39, number 39?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, that's important for us.
Okay,
Carrie, it's a benchmark.
Go ahead. Okay. Because you're trying to talk over it. Go ahead.
I'm not trying to talk over it. I'm just saying that's wonderful that we're celebrating this, being that our guest today also went to the Michigan State University. And is all from the city of Detroit.
Great. But you see, Shane said nothing about the 39. I'm trying to recap the draft. She don't even care about you, dog. She don't even care about you, dog.
I'm making the link. Grace VanSlooten went to Michigan State. Our guest today, Andrea Brimmer, went to Michigan State.
Do you know anything about Grace? Do you know anything about Grace? Because you know more about my team than you know about Grace. You know anything about Grace?
I know a little bit about Grace.
What else you know about Grace?
Well...
Okay.
Her name is Grace. And
she's lovely.
She's got 3 names.
By the way, we got to have her on the show because we've been talking about her like it's the infamy of Grace. We got to have her on the show.
And Grace don't even deserve to catch strays.
We're going to come see her in Seattle.
I did watch probably about 4 Michigan State games this year.
Okay.
Women, 2, I watched both games against Michigan.
Did you watch the game against UCLA?
I did not.
Okay.
Thankfully, that wasn't televised. Because y'all beat, as I told Coach Close, I should really talk to you with bad intentions because y'all beat the shit out of us by I think 23. That's what it was.
We're champions. Really? Yeah.
We're champions.
Yeah.
Are we champions?
Oh, can I say something? When her team wins, you think y'all gonna want her dead when her team wins. That's how annoying she
Cari,
is.
I handle winning with grace and aplomb.
No.
What are you talking about?
You smoke cigars, you talk trash. It's
but
horrid.
That's only against Michigan.
Okay.
Which is the worst, most diabolical university on the planet. The University of Michigan.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You know? And
okay. So yes, our guest today, I want to give you a story about a guest today. When we went to your birthday, when we had your birthday celebration in Detroit, I called her. I was like, we're here. Come hang out with us. Come have breakfast. She's like, oh, honey, it's too early. I can't meet you that early.
Oof.
Because she,
you know
now
why?
I know
she lives in Michigan State.
Yeah,
she understands.
Basically. And she said she lived too far.
We're not programmed for that.
But she is, speaking of good people, and we got a theme here, giving Coach Close all the love. Andrea Brimmer, the global CMO of Ally. She's really someone who is a champion, all pun intended, for women's sports. And she did go to Michigan State. And y'all just Michigan Stated it the whole pie.
We did. And so she was about that life.
Is that what she said?
Where she went. Okay? Because we just built of different stuff. You know what I mean?
What stuff? Alcohol?
That might be part of our vibranium, but that's okay. You have a vibranium liver when you come out of Michigan State. That's how we work. You do.
So
I know
she drank, and she was like, "Do I drink?"
Right, and she looked at you like you were crazy. Like, do you know where I went to school?
Do you know where I'm
Do
from?
you know how battle tested I gotta be?
I thought she was gonna hit me. Like I thought it was about to be a fight.
We're not above violence.
You are definitely a violent group of people. I've been there.
Look at that. From LA, calling us.
I'm from Pasadena. Violent. Oh my God.
Oh no.
I'm from Pasadena.
Okay, Crip Walker. Okay, I see what we're doing.
I do Crip walk.
All right. Let's get to the interview with Mrs. Andrea Brimmer.
Well, congratulations. First off, you have done some amazing things. You made a commitment to women's sports some time ago, and you have actually surpassed said commitment. So I want you to talk to us first about the 50-50 pledge and why that came about, because it really did change the game.
Yeah, well, thank you. It's pretty exciting. So 4 years ago, we made a pledge that for every dollar we would spend in men's sports media, we would match that dollar for dollar in women's sports media. We literally had no idea how we were going to do it. We had nothing planned. Like when I tell you that we came up with the idea on a Thursday and we announced it the following Tuesday, that is the reality of it. I didn't even tell my boss. That's how fast we moved. And we gave ourselves a 5-year time horizon. We really thought it would take us 5 years to do it, really just because of the unavailability of media that existed in the women's sports ecosystem. And this morning we announced that we hit the pledge a year early. And not only have we hit it, we've kind of exceeded it a little bit. So it's a really proud moment for me.
Yeah, and especially you as a former student athlete.
Yeah.
Like I know that this deeply resonates with you, but what was it that beyond just your playing experience, why did you feel like this was a necessary initiative?
It was really interesting. The whole reason that we did it, it was the 50th anniversary of Title IX that year. And myself being a product of Title IX, playing soccer at Michigan State, go green.
Yes, go white.
We had to get that in there for Cari.
I'm going to die.
See, I spared her already because I was like, what dorm did you live in? Blah, 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 all that. But go ahead.
And I didn't even have to cue her. She knew that. And we had been talking about what do we want to do to commemorate Title IX.
Yeah.
And we were, throwing around the normal marketing BS ideas. We could do a commemorative ad or we could make a donation. And I kept saying, you guys, it's not big enough. It's not big enough. We need something that's actually going to change the world. And we saw 2 statistics. One was that 94% of women in the C-suite in Fortune 500 companies played sports and 54% played at the collegiate level. And so as a bank, our remit is to create economic mobility and trajectory. We thought, well, that's pretty interesting. And the second was that women's sports were getting less than 5% of the media commitment. And then we came up with this idea of like, what if we What if we got to 50-50? And so that was really what precipitated the idea and what was behind how we came up with it.
You know what? And let me just by way of background so we can give people context. I know that women's sports is popular now and it is growing and everyone loves it. But Ally has always been at the forefront of making sure that you were committed to women's sports. What was that initiative like? Why was that the commitment? Because you were a student athlete and you were in charge and you understood the importance?
I think it's really important to have women at the table when making decisions. I really do. And for me, it wasn't just the love of sport that I had and the fact that I was a student athlete and played soccer my whole entire life. It was really because I understood a couple of things from a business perspective. One, you look at the incredible wealth transference that's happening to women right now. It's in the trillions. Women are getting married later. Women are putting off having kids. Women are primary decision makers in their household, controlling 80% of the purchase power in their households. And so you think about that just from a target standpoint, being aligned with things that create favorability among women is really important. The second is we all know, like we're all former athletes. We all love women's sports. It's a special, rabid, intense, just emotional space. And we just felt like it was so evergreen. Nobody was really owning it. And that we had this incredible opportunity to come in and do things that would help us punch above our weight. I'm in a crazy category, financial services. The category spends $55 billion a year in marketing dollars. We don't spend anywhere near that. And so I have to find ways where we can really stand out. And we felt like women's sports was a place where we could really stand out.
You quoted a statistic that I often use about how the majority of women in the C-suites are former student athletes.
Right.
And so what would you say, like, why do you think that is? Why do you think being a student athlete as a woman, like, lends itself to business leadership?
Yeah, I mean, I really think we're built differently, right? We just are. I mean, I spent my whole entire college career going up to school 2 months before, everybody else, doing 2-a-days, practicing for 2 hours and then doing a 5-mile jog around campus. Having to balance, and I was a nonprofit sport. Nobody cared if, nobody was going to help me if I didn't maintain a 3-point, at least grade point average. I just wasn't going to play or I wasn't going to stay on the team. I had to balance all of that. And you learn so much. I know it sounds a little cliche, leadership and organizational skills, but I think more importantly, you learn about what motivates you and what motivates others. And I think that that's what's so important when you go into the C-suite is you have to create followership. I spend every day to this day. I mean, I've been at Ally for 19 years. I've been in role as CMO for 12. I still spend every single day trying to create followership. And I think that's something that you learn in sports.
How do you create it?
I think it's about, one, being authentic. And leading with what you believe in. I mean, I wear it right on my sleeve, my Like a Girl tattoo on my arm. I think it is, secondly, it's having a clear vision and staying on message. I always say to my team, let's get our key messages down and repeat them consistently. You can't be all over the place. You can't be talking out of all sides of your mouth. I think the third is you've got to have bravery. Even when things get really hard, and you've got to be able to push and have the courage to make sure that you believe that the mission is bigger than preserving your job and lead from the front. And I think those things are things that people see and they want to follow and they want to be a part of. And then lastly, I think you just have to do great work and great things. And that attracts heat. It's hard. We're a bank. It's not like, marketers like, oh, I can't wait to go work at a bank.
I'm going to be at a bank.
Yeah.
But I think the work that we do and the kinds of things that we do attracts the best of the best. Because we've created this heat.
Oh, so I think this is the second year in a row that women's sports has grossed over $1 billion.
Yeah.
Which is something a lot of people didn't see as possible. Going back to something you said earlier, you talked about women's sports as a business opportunity. Why should that be sort of the new narrative? Because I think for a while it was presented as charity.
Yeah.
But now it feels like this is right for like real business opportunity.
When we made the pledge, that was one of the things that was such an annoyance to us, is we would talk to other brands and try and bring them off the sidelines, and they would say, "Oh, well, we're making donations to women's sports." And so a lot of the first 2 years were myself and others really focusing on the idea of the business of women's sports. And one of the things that you'll hear me talk a lot about is the business results at Ally. 40% increase in brand valuation in the last 4 years, fastest growing financial services brand in terms of valuation. 65% of everybody coming to our storefront is a woman. You know, we're all digital. We don't have brick and mortar. So 65% of everybody that kind of comes through our funnel is female. 20 to 30% higher levels of favorability for our brand than the general market. And we know empirically that favorability converts to acquisition. And so it is a business. And so I think that it not only can you look at it from a brand perspective, and if you invest in the ecosystem in the right way, it will create a creative value for your company and your brand. But beyond that, you know, we're building an entire new space and place.
That's right.
For capitalism for the ecosystem of women's sports. That's a pretty incredible thing.
It's huge. And I'm thinking, as you're saying this, you're like, it's for the second year in a row, we have these numbers, billions and billions of dollars. But there was something I thought was really important. And that goes back to everything that we're talking about. You talked about the authenticity of it, how you were able to fellowship. You also want to make sure that the people who've been here don't get left out. And that is the fan. Like you are at the end of the day, we would not be in this space if it wasn't for the fans that have been here, that have been at the party. And then this new group of folks who are stepping in within the last 5 years who are like, I want to be up at the party. I want to have the same experience as well. What is your commitment with Ally? What are you all trying to do to make sure the fan doesn't get left out or priced out? Rather?
Yeah. I mean, we do these surveys called the cost of, and we study different areas. The last one we did was called the cost of fandom, and found that the average fan is spending about $1,600 a year to try and attend the events that they want to attend. And if you think about that, you know, especially in a younger generation who don't have a lot of disposable income in a period of time where there's, you know, pretty significant macro inflation and other things that they're contending with, they are getting priced out. And you look at the loyal fans that built that were slogging to games when nobody else was there. When, you know, 20 people were in a stadium watching women's soccer, they were one of that 20. And now not even being able to afford tickets. And so we're really going to be in the next chapter here focused on the cost of fandom and really trying to fight what we're calling this idea of fanflation.
Yeah.
And really taking on that fanflation and using our power in the ecosystem to, you know, use the tickets that we have to surprise and delight fans, encourage fans that have an Ally account to open a women's sports savings bucket and surprise and delight them by dropping money in their bucket so that they can go to some games. And for those that can't get in, creating events around the event. So we've started this series of what we're calling Ally Houses. And we built one at the NWSL Championship game in San Jose. We built one outside of the Unrivaled Barclays event when they did the semifinals, 2.5 hours to get in.
Wow.
Giving out free merch, having athletes in there, free food, free drinks, creating an experience around the experience. So that's where we're going to be really focused to make sure that these fans don't get left behind.
That's the real key right there. Like I went to a Gotham game probably a couple of weeks ago, and the experience outside of the experience really creates the new fan and the true fan.
It does.
Because they get to see everything at once, even if they can't be up close and personal. I think that's so smart.
It is. And I just think that, look, I'm a big believer is we cannot leave the people that helped get us to this moment behind.
Yes.
And the fans are obviously one. The other is I have this, you know, concern about the brands that have been at the table since the beginning getting priced out. And I think we've got to be really careful in this moment to make sure we kind of stay in this circle of fairness and we don't become, you know, like that gangly teenager who shoots up to 6 foot.
And they can't fit in. They don't know what to do.
They can't move their feet. They can't move their legs. We just cannot repeat the mistakes that have happened in men's sports and other places. And we have the power to control that as the makers, the collective makers. And so I think that's the next thing that we as the makers of women's sports all have to focus on.
I'm glad you said that because I think sometimes people think that the validation is in being just like the men. And it's actually not.
No.
Because we see that they have sports and leagues that are rife with problems. And frankly, the goal of women's sports should be way better than that.
Yeah.
Like that's just like kind of a floor, to be honest. I'm curious about what your thoughts are about the fact that Detroit is getting the WNBA back.
Oh my gosh, so excited.
Hopefully the name comes with it. But
I know.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts on that?
I've been texting Arntellum and Richie had a ton and saying, shock, I wore, in fact, at the WNBA All-Star game last year, I miraculously found a shock t-shirt.
You're kidding me.
It's impossible to find one.
Yeah, it is.
And,
it is. I'm like, where?
I know. And I had drinks with those guys before the game, and they're like, very subtle, Andrea.
No problem here.
I know. I mean, look, Detroit could potentially have WNBA. There's a lot of talk about a PWHL team, a WSL team. I mean, it's awesome, and it's as you know, it's such a great sports city. I'm so excited for the WNBA team and PWHL, the game that was there a couple weeks ago, which we not only sponsored, but we got moved to network television. The first time ever that a PWHL game was played in network television, and it put up huge numbers. So
did it really?
Yeah,
oh, good.
Very exciting.
That's great.
On par with NWSL and unrivaled regular season numbers.
Oh, good. That's
so
great.
How are you positioning Ally to be in the mix of all these things?
We are big believers of, especially in our hometowns, showing up in the places where our people work and live. And so staying really involved in everything that's happening, and being close to that. The thing that's happening in Detroit that I think is so amazing with the WNBA team is they're not just bringing in a team, they're building an entire women's sports facility down on the river. And it's going to be incredible. And it's going to give high school kids an opportunity and a place to play. I mean, there are a lot of Detroit public schools that don't even have basketball teams anymore. So they're going to have soccer fields. They're going to have basketball courts.
You're going to have more athletes. You're going to be producing so many more great athletes, and not just for everything.
Totally. And that's a pride point for our employees. It's a pride point for Ally to be a part of that and to really help create that continued momentum in the amazing city of Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah, I was going to say, let me ask you a question. Do you love Detroit? I'm not for sure. I'm not gathering. I can't. So I'm okay with this because I've been giving her so much grief about my UCLA Bruins because we are the best. We had 6 seniors go last night in the draft. Did you see that? You hadn't heard? You hadn't heard?
I hadn't heard.
That's incredible.
It's incredible. Do you know Coach Close at all?
Yeah, we just met earlier today.
She is one of these again, back to that authentic, really good people. Like when I tell you she kept her eyes on her own paper and she walked the stairs to excellence and everyone was telling her, this is how you should do it. You should do it this way. And she just stayed true to what she knew, right? Well, it's so easy to get caught up. But my question was more so, name 5 great things about Detroit. If you have 5 things, it's off the top of your head.
Oh my gosh, exactly. I was like, how long do you want us to be here, Cari?
I'm talking to you. I'm looking at you. You're going to say drinks. No, chicken wings, different, the shuffle, the da-da-da. Okay, you tell me 5 great things.
Well, let me start with the grit of the people of Detroit, comeback city. There's a patina there that I absolutely love. I'd say second is the architecture and the authenticity of the city. I think it's just one of the most beautiful cities in the country. I think the third is the food scene. The food scene is
what's the hook? Wait a second. Tell me about the food. What is the food scene? Because she's never taken me to any really good food. We just had a coney dog. She took me to get a coney dog.
Coney dog and chicken wings. Is that where you took her?
That's how she took her?
No, that is not.
Okay, where else?
So it's like I tried to get her in on. We have amazing Chinese food. We have amazing Greek food. We have and
the restaurant scene right now is insane. Sexy steak
Andrea,
and Medusa.
She took me to a place that was on its last leg and about to shut down.
I will take you out. I will take you out.
But it was amazing. It really was.
I will take you out.
I think I want to do her Detroit. I don't want to do your Detroit. I'm done with your Detroit.
Private school got her all sedity like that.
Yes,
like she don't understand.
I like the finer things of life.
You said the grit. Like the part of the grit is like you got to go to the gritty places.
I enjoy the grit.
You can go to Grit for lunch, but for dinner you got to go out with me.
Thank you. She had me in this. I had to duck on
because we went to Sweetwater Tavern. We went to Sweetwater Tavern. I was like, we wanted to have
yo, can I get a little? Can you take your lady around to somewhere nice?
Did you know that Detroit is the only UNESCO designated city in America?
I didn't know that.
Tell her, Andrew.
So there you go.
Tell me.
And the whole artist community is really what fueled the rebirth of Detroit. You've got the Center for Creative Studies.
Yes.
You have all these
Center for
artists that
Creative
came
Studies.
in, these small business owners, these amazing companies.
We had a driver to show me around. He was telling me about the art of Detroit.
It's amazing.
He was like, it's a really beautiful city.
And then I just think you have all these people that just put the city on their back and brought it back, which I love.
Yeah, I agree.
No, it's really, there are things that are happening downtown that when I was growing up, like I never saw.
Right.
Like, for example, when I grew up, like Detroit didn't have a major department store downtown. We got Gucci.
You got Gucci.
Yeah, we got Gucci.
down
We sure
there.
do.
We got Gucci.
What
We got
is
Under Armour.
popping? You got
like,
Gucci. There's an Apple store.
There's
There's a
Apple
Louis
Store. We got
Vuitton.
Fenty.
with this.
We got like, what are we?
Erica's a flinker.
I know, and she's like,
my
keep
Flintstone.
going. She's a Flintstone, and she was telling me about that. Okay, so when you guys? This is one thing that I have noticed about people from Michigan, Detroit, more specifically. There is so much pride and so many random facts. Like, and so I'm all like, Saddam Hussein has a key.
He does.
I'm like, and she's like, just
That is random.
Yes, but she will just pop these facts out. Like, she's like, and just so you know. And I'm like,
Yes.
okay.
And we also
pride.
created the sound of America because we created Motown.
That's right.
Thank
We're
you.
really also the only state in the country that you can show people where you live by putting up your
By
hands.
putting up your hand. Like, we
Everybody,
right here.
right here.
We right here.
My kids are moving here.
Correct.
I'm going
Like,
here
and I'll be
this
like, yep,
weekend.
Fenton right there. This is right there. Like,
I hope you enjoy this love fest.
I am. I'm enjoying
this podcast is officially for folks in Detroit only.
and Michigan Staters.
We've been kept apart for way too long.
Yeah, I agree.
Look, I mean, this is too much. I get it every day. Every day.
I'm so happy to have someone join me in badgering her.
Andrea, she took me to Detroit and showed me Detroit Vegas. We went to the casino. We went to the strip club. We went to Chinese food. She took me. I'm like, can I get another version of Detroit, please?
Come with me, Faye. I got
Thank you.
I got you.
Fine.
I just want to say congratulations on all
Thank
that you
you.
all are doing.
Yes.
I
Thank you,
really, really, really do think that it's special. And I believe in you and I believe in the product that you're putting out.
Yeah.
You're a good soul.
Thank you.
Yes.
I think
I
everybody,
appreciate
no
it.
jokes. Everyone from the Midwest, I love. You guys
Thank
are
you.
good folks.
I appreciate it. Well,
And thank you for your investment in women's sports.
That's
because,
right.
like, when you all created that initiative, it was, I mean, while women's sports was certainly growing and emerging, it's like you were ahead of the curve
Yeah.
in many ways.
Yeah.
You know, I think life is about seeing around corners.
Amen.
And, you know, I'm really proud of the fact that we saw around a corner. And I would be remiss if I didn't say that I certainly did not do this by myself. I have an absolutely incredible team who believed in this mission every step of the way. Literally, I mean, it's been a fight every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
You make it look easy.
And a company that really got behind it all the way up to the CEO.
Amen.
You know, who it's a pride point for him and for our leadership team. So I think that's what makes brands special. And I'm just really, you know, honored that, look, I'm the looks, they're the brains. And I'm lucky I get to represent it.
I love it. I'm with it. I love it all. It's a great package. Andrea Brimmer, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes,
doing
thank
what
you.
she does best, selling our world to good people.
Look at that.
Okay.
And I'm
we're-
sorry, and she's representing what city again?
Oh,
I'm
gosh,
sorry.
stop it.
And what university? I just want to get that in one more time. Go green.
Why?